Alright. Howdy ho, folks. Multiversal Medium here for another episode of Harvestella. Last episode, apparently our vegetables sprouted, grew, and did wonderfully overnight. This episode is probably going to be a lot more cutscenes and maybe like 10 minutes of gameplay. That's just how this game goes. It's freaking astounding. Like, farming games are usually like life simmy, slow games where you're expected to kind of just go at your own pace, experience things, have fun in a very slow, down-to-earth kind of way. The fact that they missed this mark by such a freaking mile is astounding. Like, it's just, yeah, cutscene, cutscene, cutscene. I'm not against Square Enix trying their hand at freaking these farming type games. After Stardew Valley, they shot up in popularity. It's great. So many indie farming games. It's just, they looked at it like a JRPG first and a farming game second. And that's an issue. Because this writing isn't good. This is Final Fantasy level of writing. It's garbage. It is absolute garbage writing. Anyways, so what now? Or I can't wait to try them. So what now? Well, if you ship your crops, merchants can easily deliver them to families all over the world. I don't think they'd last that long. And you'll earn yourself some money in the process as compensation. It would be kind of weird if I sold something and didn't gain anything, huh? First, you should harvest your vegetables. Yeah, more tutorial. Cool. Amazing how quicker and better the tutorial for the first rune factory is. And that game is so backwards mechanics wise. You can't even run in the first rune factory. You just walk everywhere. It's so bad you need to sleep in dungeons. But nice job with the harvest. Now that's done. Would you mind putting them in that blue shipping box over there? So, like, not for nothing, but I pretty much noticed your village doesn't really have a farmer besides this random amnesiac person that you guys demanded start farming for you, huh? Good. Looks like they're all in there. Your shipment should be collected at some point today. Just general some point. We're not going to give you a time. Why would we do that? We just don't want to let you know about such things. Keep it vague. Then you'll receive money for everything you ship tomorrow morning. You'll have to wait until then to see how much your vegetables sold for. And that about covers shipping. Any questions? Some of the crops haven't fully grown yet. Don't forget to water them later. I was worried about you in the beginning, but now I see you'll be just fine. Indentured servitude, right, buddy? Yeah. Thank you, Crash, for showing her the ropes. Why would the doctor know how to handle a farm? It's almost like this is a scam they pull regularly. Almost. Anyway, I actually have other matters to discuss with you. Would you mind coming inside? Oh my effing god. Couldn't you have had this cutscene before you went out to deal with the tutorial for shipping stuff? Oh, you moved me in between cutscenes. Amazing. You didn't make me walk up the 5 steps and into my own house. Wow. This is a crafting table. As long as you've got a recipe and some materials, it's an invaluable tool for crafting items. Wow, look at that sewing machine without a needle. What kind of, like, tech setting are we in? Because that's just a sewing machine. That's not like one of the foot pedal ones. That's just a full mechanical sewing machine. Like, don't get me wrong. I know there are, like, hand power or foot powered sewing machines and stuff. That is a thing. That is not what that is. That is... What the absolute heck? just so weird. It's such an outlier. Here's this arguably 20th century era machine amongst all this other stuff. Anyways, this is for you. Oh, did you just pull it out of your beard? I'll treasure this forever. You received a return bell recipe and materials from the mayor. Couldn't you have given me materials for like a hammer or something? This recipe is for an item called a return bell, and the materials you'll need to craft it. It's a handy item to have. When you use the return bell, you'll return home in the blink of an eye. There will come a time when your health recovers and you'll be venturing outside of bird's eye bray. Weird to phrase it like that. He should have phrased it like, maybe someday when you're out and about and you need to get home quickly, use the bell. Why does he know I'm going to be out for long periods of time away from the village? Why does he just assume that? Why does he know that? That's weird. If you find yourself losing track of time while you're out wandering, try using the return bell. Hey, guess what we're probably about to get? Tutorial. And it's going to explain everything that was just explained natively. Thanks. You could make a hammer at the crafting table too. Yeah, I thought that's what I was going to do, but you never explained crafting, you just told me to get materials for it. As long as you've got the materials, of course. Yeah. What I just said. One more thing. When you get a chance, please show your face at the stores around Leith Village. I'd rather not. There's the general store, the smithy, the renovator. And then there's Miguel. You don't go into Miguel's shop. We're trying to get him out of town. I'm sure you'll come to rely on them the more time you spend in Leith. Sadly, that's probably true. Now then, I shall be heading back to the village. I've told you everything for now. Me too. I don't want Dim getting upset without me. Why would he get upset? He said he was going to go do work. Why do you need to be there for his work? Or is he technically doing your work for you that you refuse to do? Like when I first walked into your clinic and you're like, hey, Dim, why don't you just do all my work for me instead of me doing anything? Gosh, I hate this doctor. Well done. Have a good day, Ein. Yep, there's the tutorial. I knew the tutorial was coming. Everything was just perfectly explained. Every single thing was perfectly explained natively in a cutscene. Okay. You can craft items using the crafting table in your house. Yep, we learned that. In order to craft, you need a recipe. Yep, we learned that too. Crafting takes time. The amount of time it takes depending on the item you're crafting. Didn't learn that, but he could have said it and it would have been perfectly natural for him to say it. Okay. Turn bell. Need 3 of whatever who's it's. And we've got 5. Cool. And just gonna F off in that regard. We'll worry about that later. It's amazing because, like, I don't mind the little tutorial hints, tidbits, whatever. If they were just, I don't know, something kept in a compendium. It's the fact that they just pop up. And it's just like, yeah, you got to deal with this now, don't you? It's insulting. We explained something directly in front of you. By the way, here's the same thing explained again. Come on, man. Anyways, get those in there and, guess we'll go try to harvest some stuff. Get that going. Hopefully get enough stone within the next few days to actually make the hammer. I believe you should have noticed by now with the whole farming that we did earlier. we have kind of like a weird multi-tool going on. And I'm pretty certain it's our weapon as well. We just kind of fell a part of a weird Swiss Army tool thing. Which I'm kind of okay with. It's cool, I like it. So hey, there's the compliment for this game. Swiss Army tool thing is cool. I find it weird that I need to craft a hammer when arguably all I'm going to be doing with the hammer is switching to a different function on this weird Swiss Army tool. Oh well. But hey, we actually get to play the game. Astounding. Get those boys down. Actually, just harvest stuff. Hooray. It's weird that the mayor gave us the crafting tutorial when the day before we were told to get materials to craft something from an NPC. That just, it feels like the whole hammer thing should have been the crafting tutorial. It's literally just it. It feels like that's what that should have been, and then nope. Crafting tutorial got pushed off for a different day, and it was with the return bell as opposed to the hammer. Does not feel fluid in just how it works. Whatever. Oh, I need to stop running if I haven't eaten anything. I can't regen stamina. Oh well. Anybot. I believe I've mentioned at the start of this, I don't like Final Fantasy, and I may as well start going into why I dislike Final Fantasy. I've mentioned it a few times thus far in this game already. Writing, in my opinion, for a majority, if not all, Final Fantasy games is honestly bad. It's really bad. It's the same level of stuff that I was just pointing out, just like, that makes no sense. That does not make sense. You just contradicted what you said a moment ago. Why'd you say that? That's irrelevant to this conversation, so on and so forth. I feel like anytime I'm playing a Final Fantasy game, that happens a lot. Now, I want it to be known that a bad plot, bad writing, or whatever does not actually kill a game for me. It really doesn't. I've played through an entire Sword Art Online game, as well as like played through a large portion of another Sword Art Online game. Those games are horribly written. They really are. They are like just D-tier writing, because they're Sword Art Online, and that thing is horribly written to begin with. But hey, the dude made it as like his like web novel thing, so it makes sense as to why it was horribly written, and then it picked up, so he got stuck continuously writing it. But those games I played were fun, gameplay wise. So I was able to turn my brain off any time like plot was going on, just to get back to the gameplay. So yeah, that's not the actual hiccup in me disliking this game. It's the fact that the plot is forced into your face every few moments. You're not allowed to play this game at your own pace. You really aren't. And it's weird and insulting considering that this is meant to be a farming game. This is the type of game where you're meant to get away from all that. Okay, we got an area to mine over here. That's good to know. Only got one hard stone, but at least we know there is an area around here. Looks like we'll get to that some other time. Like, I feel like the first Harvest Moon games were made just because the guy who created it wanted to reminisce about slow country life. And how relaxing it could be to just take things day by day and watch things grow. And I understand with the introduction of action RPG elements or just RPG elements beyond that, kind of shook up that mentality. I'm kind of fine with it, honestly. I like Story of Seasons games. I grew up with the series with Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life on the GameCube. I like Rune Factory games. Been playing them since they came out. So, ooh, got another mining spot right there. How much redstone am I looking at? I'm at 8, so I should be able to get enough tomorrow. Good to know. Oh wait, there's another spot right here. Didn't luck out. Oh well. But I feel like this game made several leaps beyond that. Because when you start the Rune Factory, those games usually start off with a bit of like, hey, you just kind of showed up and you got amnesia. Why don't we give you a place to just kind of rest for a bit? Here's how you run the farm. Like, just go get them, Tiger. Have fun. And I think it works out a lot better that way. Because you're not really expected to do a lot of stuff. Too dark to see anything in the well. Got it. Yep, I get that it's becoming evening. I don't need a big pop-up in my face when the sun starts setting. I want the game to know that I can notice that the sun is setting because the colors of the game are changing. It's going from bright light to dark. It is so insulting that it pauses the game for a pop-up to say, hey, the sun's setting. That's not even the fact that this is a farming game or whatever. Like, stopping gameplay just to let the player know of an observable aspect of the game, like it's just easy to tell and see, is insulting as all heck. Okay. Hopefully we'll actually be able to wake up and just play the game, or are we getting more cutscenes? This looks like more cutscenes. Christ. Hopefully I'll remember the tangent I was going on. If not, I'll restate everything I said in this episode and start up on the tangent again when I can actually play the game. I'm coming in. Sleeping outside is out of the question, so I'll be staying in here for now. Yeah, I figured we were roomies. Just go about your business as though I'm not even here. Yeah, I've been doing that for a while. I don't remember saying yes to that, or, well, I'd hate for you to catch a cold. Yeah, honestly, I don't remember saying yes to that. And I don't remember anyone saying this house belongs to you either. That is really odd, actually, because all things considered, it should be an honest, safe assumption you could make. As far as you're aware, I live here. Not a single conversation that went on around you mentioned the fact that I don't own this house. You just know I live here. But now you're saying like, well, it's not your property. Why the heck should your opinion matter? That is such an odd thing for you to know. Huh. It's almost like that's just a random, stupid thing they let her know when she shouldn't. God, the writing is so bad. Look, I don't plan to stick around. Good. I already have an idea of what to do next, more or less. Yeah, make a time machine. Like, how many gigawatts or whatever. Let lightning strike the clock tower. I don't care. So you sleep with the weird thing in your hair? Really? That'd be uncomfortable as all heck. Anyway, good night. Cool. Good night. I suppose I don't have any like podium to stand on. I sleep in this weird outfit with a gauntlet too, so who cares? Anyways, level up. We got 690 gorilla. We're selling the carrots. Okay, this is a random side tangent. And I know it's kind of weird considering this is coming out around the same time I'm playing Moon. And I swear in Moon, I mentioned I love the turn Yenum. But what the heck am I supposed to like glean in this game with them calling their money Gorilla? So you get Moon, and Moon is like that game plays out, and it's a opposite world to what you know in a weird way, even though it's the real world for the game you were just playing. So the term Yenum, meaning money, when it's a weird reflection, is great writing, actually. What does Gorilla mean? Heck, you could even argue in Kingdom Hearts, even though that's nothing but fan fiction between the director and frickin' Disney. The fact that he calls the currency money with a U, and they look like dots of honey, and in universe you can visit frickin' Winnie the Pooh, so it's money. That's actually decent, whatever. That's world building, I don't know, whatever, that's fine. What the heck is Gorilla? And why should I care? Just call it coins. I don't call it gold. I don't care. Heck, this was done by the Final Fantasy team probably, or at least some people that were related to it. We had the 4 elemental crystal things, and they represent the seasons. Legit. So just call them Gil. I don't care. What is Gorilla? It's a weird gripe to go on a tangent about, but it's like they tried world building in all the wrong directions, and that's what's annoying me. It's like seeing this wonderful stage play and then just being like, yeah, but that piece shouldn't be there. Why is there just a modern day sewing machine on the crafting table? They give you all the pieces for this to make a wonderful setting, while also just not putting off enough effort for you to fully invest and be immersed within it. That's what I'm complaining about. What is Gorilla and why should I care? If you're going to go to the point of adding your own like currency, you need to have your own point of like reasoning for why it's called a different currency. We got told in an earlier cutscene that the freaking girl knows the Gregorian and lunar calendars, but we're using the Horian calendar. What is the Horian calendar, and how does that relate to the calendar she knows? Why was it told that way? If she's so dead set she's from the future, why didn't we just say we're part of the Gregorian calendar as well, and it's this year? What was the point of us mentioning we're a part of the Horian calendar? You're adding world building bits without any actual substance or reasoning for them, because that just got completely bulldozed over. It didn't matter, because apparently she is from the future as far as she's concerned. And even though it's a calendar system she would have read in the history books and did not read it, it's still got to be the same world in her mind. So why bring it up? It was a pointless plot point. Why bring up the fact that your currency is called Gorilla when directly to the left of the Gorilla like name is the term money? It's a pointless plot point. Just whatever. That was too long of a tangent. I'm sorry. It looks like the girl has already left. Oh, great. Someone is already here too. Ein, I'm coming in. Cool. You're just not going to leave me alone, are you? Oh, you're awake. Morning. Okay, so you let yourself in without even knowing I was awake. That's creepier. I just kind of assumed I gave the go-ahead because silent pro tag, but no, you legit just let yourself in. You really were filling up that other girl's fabric of her clothes, weren't you? You're kind of creepy. Are you alright? Let me know if you're feeling off anywhere. Why do you suddenly care? Oh, well, good. I take it that girl has already left then? Are you actually just trying to be nice to me to look good to her? Because it's starting to feel that way. As a doctor, I do wish she would have stayed and rested. Don't lie to me. First impressions can mean a lot, and you gave a horrible one. Do not lie to me. But I doubt she would have listened to me anyway. It's because you don't take care of people. You've done zero doctoring. There's not a single thing I have seen you do that is related to the doctor's profession. You have not done a single thing about anything related to anyone's illness, as far as I can tell. You've let unconscious people just lay around unconscious. In any case, let me know right away if anything happens to her, alright? Like, why are you written as the town's doctor? What does that do for the plot? Why are you a doctor? Thanks. By the way, did you get the money from yesterday's vegetable shipment? Yeah, I went on a whole freaking tangent. Yeah, I sure did. Great. My voice cracked during that line. Weird. It's a bit sore. Whatever. It might be a good idea to buy some new vegetable seeds with that money. Maybe I could buy a ticket to someplace else. They sell seeds at the Leith General Store. It's worth visiting when you get a chance. Like, is this just like a weird scam where it's like, yeah, you made enough money. Now go get this stuff so you can make more, right? It's like, I don't know if I want to keep doing this. Well, you'll make more money if you do it. Okay, I guess I will. And you just start like spiraling that way. Is that what you're trying to do? Thanks for letting me know. Or I wonder which seeds I should buy. I wonder which seeds I should buy. Well, deciding is all part of the fun, isn't it now? I thought picking that option you'd give some actual insight, but... Huh. What was the point of that option? You had a lead up and you just completely dropped the ball. That was a perfect opportunity to tell me about various season seeds. Does this game even have various season seeds, or does it just let me grow seeds in any season? That would have been the perfect build-up to explain that, because a lot of other farming games just, I don't know, tend to have the seeds only grow in certain seasons, and that's discussed. So it can be extrapolated that someone playing this game would assume that's how this game works. And this lady could have just went on a tangent about how, hey, yeah, well, these seeds grow in this season, or if that's not how this game works, it's like, well, our climate's pretty good and you can grow almost any seed during any season here, so you may as well just pick what you want. That was the perfect opportunity. You just completely dropped that ball. Holy crap. Wow. Anyway, I've told you everything I can for now. Really, I'm certain you'll be back tomorrow to tell me more things, huh? What you do from now on is up to you. You might choose to expand your farm or grow more different kinds of crops. Just try out lots of things and learn as you go along. That's all from me for today. So you are saying you'll be back later. Gosh, I'll see you later. Gosh, dang it. Son of a... Have a good day. Be a lot brighter once you close that door. Gosh, dang, get out of here. Hope it hits you on the butt on the way out. Alrighty, at least we're actually able to play today. I was getting nothing but cutscenes. And it looks like everything else grew overnight. Hopefully today we'll also get enough stone to frickin' build a hammer, get rid of all of those rocks, and go from there. Good stuff. Progress. In my farming game, who'd have thought? Oy vey. What was I talking about before cutscenes started? Just mentioning something about Final Fantasy and just yada yada down that route. What was it? It was, I mentioned Sword Art Online and how the plot and gameplay isn't the issue. Oh, it's the fact that freaking this is a farming game and the constant storyline and demanding you progress it actually completely goes against what a farming game is meant to be. And that action RPG element isn't actually an issue. as long as you're given freedom, it does change the overall feel of a farming game, but it doesn't actually take away from it. More just a matter of preference at that point. I believe. Just one away? Yeah, just one away. Because you'd think adding like combat to a farming game is like, that's really dumb actually. It's supposed to be slow going and just relaxing. But I think more the basic broken down elements of what people like about farming games are A, go at your own pace, B, watch things grow as you have a direct hand in causing them to grow, and usually C, and this is what honestly sells it for a lot of people, marriage. Yeah, it's what saved frickin' Fire Emblem. I was talking to my fiance about it recently. Marriage prospects. That can save a series, and honestly, it can get a lot of people into a series. It's just sim dating. Heck, it's what completely revolutionized, what was it, Persona back in the day. The first 3 Persona games, 1, 2, Innocent Sin, and Eternal Punishment, are just like first-person dungeon crawlers with a unique battle system. But they're very similar to SMT in that regard. They're SMT side games, cool. But then Persona 3 comes out, and it's basically like a visual novel, dungeon crawler, JRPG, and it's good for what it is. I do like Persona 3. In Machinax, I talked about how I was pissed with how Atlas was handling Persona 3's re-release, especially the fact that they made, what was it? It's going to take 10 minutes or whatever. 10 minutes to craft. Okay. I hated how they handled the FES content as being part of DLC when it's not really DLC. If you're going to remaster a game, just have everything in it. Oh, well. Let's craft a return. Oh, I don't have enough. Wait, do I have enough? I feel like I should have enough for those. Yeah, okay. There we go. Craft a return bell. So yeah, I've talked about that a lot. Oh, we got a tutorial for a hammer. You swing it, you break rocks. With the swing of the hammer, you could break small rocks around the field to return plowed earth back to its original state. Use the hammer to destroy processors or fences installed on the field to return them to your backpack. Doesn't work on crops though. Cool, good to know, whatever. I should probably grab some seeds too. Get them growing before the day's up. But that whole dating aspect completely changed the game for Persona. And it got a lot more fans in. And honestly, a lot of people like the story of season style games for the dating sim aspect. That's great. It's whatever. It got weird for me as I got older and I started realizing a lot of the love interests tended to be very childlike, and I was not okay with that. This is a complete side tangent. I was going to talk about why I didn't like Final Fantasy. Anyways, cutscene. Well, hello. Welcome to the general store. You a traveler of some sort? You don't see many of those coming to Leith. Where's the farming game that's just like Manifest Destiny, Wild West, and all that? Why is that not a farming game that's already out? Weird. Where's my Little House on the Prairie farming game? Anyways, oh, it's you, is it? I heard all about you from the mayor. Sounds like you've been through a lot. Is the mayor actually just the rumor mill around here? Because the second he showed up, he was talking nonstop about rumors. He's the rumor mill, isn't he? I heard you started farming on Bird's Eye Brae. Is that right? I kind of got roped into it, yep. In that case, you're going to need some seeds. Come to my store whenever you need some. Yeah, guess what I'm here for. Right now is the best season of dress lettuce and uni onion. is how I'm gonna pronounce that, because that's a tongue twister just to look at. And we just so happen to be fully stocked up on those. I recommend you give them a try. Aside from seeds, we also got travel essentials. Oh, and you can buy homemade meals and the like here too. Well, I'm sure you'll be in need of great many things as time goes on, but the general store has got you covered. Okay, tutorial, show me what the heck she just said in a really stupid way with pictures. Don't be a stranger. Where's that tutorial? Waiting for it, waiting for it. Oh, it didn't give one. Oh, wow. Wow, actually. Why does that just look like underwear? It doesn't look like a backpack. That just looks like some underwear. What? That was a choice they made. Okay, whatever. Frozen spring and fall on the farm. Ready to harvest in 3 days. Ready to harvest in 2 days. Grass seeds. Carrot. Cucumber. Farm crop grows in spring, can be harvested. Yeah. Always smart to go with these boyos. Oh, I only have enough for one. That explains that. Should I just wait for that then? Yeah, actually, I think I'm just gonna wait to buy seeds until I can get a bunch of those. Harvest I just did should give me a good bit more, and then we'll actually go shopping. Don't know how it's gonna turn out money-wise, but it'd be nice to get all those cucumbers on the same cycle. Catch my drift. Anyways, I went on a tangent about the dating aspect of freaking farming games. I was meant to talk about freaking why I dislike Final Fantasy. Anyways, basically the action RPG bit doesn't truly kill the game in any regard. It just... Whoop, wrong button. Whatever. It kind of just changes the game in a way of like, hey, you can also see things grow in this way. I really enjoy how Rune Factory handled it, where it's very Elder Scrolls and how it works. It's... What am I even holding on to? Wild leaf. Cooking ingredient. Little mushroom. Cooking ingredient. Rusty metal. Used to fortify weapon. Okay. Anyways. Rune Factory tends to do the Elder Scrolls style of progression when it comes to skills of the more you use it, the better you get at it. And I think that fits a farming type game perfectly, actually. The more you keep at things, the better they grow. It really fits everything. And it's not like you can't go away from that. But that's how I'd break down a very basic farming game setup, recipe, what have you. So in this game, we have constant plot points derailing from any moment you're actually just trying to take things slow. In the Rune Factory games, yeah, there's plot points and you have to kind of move forward with various plot things, but it's at your pace. You don't really need to rush in any way, shape, or form. I want to say in almost any Rune Factory game. In almost any other action RPG farming game. This game, I think I mentioned it last episode, is JRPG first, farming game second. They want to tell a story. They want to freaking railroad you into the story. And by railroad, I mean, like, you're not allowed to move away from the plot they're talking about and demanding you take part in, basically. How many times have we finished a cutscene so far and basically been told, hey, go to the next cutscene. I don't care that you want to go somewhere else. go to the next cutscene. Can I break these? Nah. Doesn't look like I can. Wait, why does that pop up? Why does that pop up when I hit... Oh, okay, no, it's just popping up in general. It just had perfect timing with me hitting this. It's popping up, that's weird. Anyways, I got nothing else to do. May as well just smack a rock for a while. At least until we can head to sleep and, I don't know. Get that sick profit to start getting some sick seeds. Anyways, this game is just very railroady. They demand you go to the next plot bit. They demand you stop everything because they want another plot thing to take place. This game isn't your pace. It isn't how you handle a slow life on a farm. This is, hey, we have this horrible world-ending event. Hey, we have the fact that the sun is about to set. And we need to pause the game and let you know. Hey, we have this character you need to follow. Hey, you need to say yes in this scenario. You're not allowed to say no. Just constantly. That's what's constantly happening. And once more, it feels kind of hypocritical because, like, yeah, I mentioned I like Dragon Quest. I find the "but thou must" stupid trope kind of funny when it's comedic. But that's all this game is. And it's not just with dialogue options. It's with every plot beat. It's with everything you're doing. I can't explore parts of the town when I'm in the town because I need to do the plot thing. I can't say no to the plot character because that won't progress the plot thing. I can't freaking do my own thing this day because plot thing. I'm not playing a game anymore. You're making me go along a visual novel for the story you want to tell me. And that's not fun. That's bad game design. Anyways, it's the evening and there's a sound coming from the other bed. Did you turn on all the lights while I was asleep? You're a horrible roommate. Did you know that? You're a horrible roommate. Did I wake you? Sorry about that. Yeah, it's kind of hard to sleep with all the lights on. Like, is there just one flip that turns all of them on, or did you individually go to all of these lamps and turn them on? Like, what are you doing? I'm checking my diary. Cool. My mom always told me to keep a handwritten record of daily events. Awesome. I always thought it was silly, but here I am, getting some use out of it after all. I did not ask for a backstory. I was just wondering what the heck you were doing. Honestly, it was a bit more of a rhetorical question. You woke me up. What are you doing? No, I guess I need your backstory. Do you like to reread stuff, or how is it useful? How is it useful? Is it really okay to tell you, I wonder? Guess I'll find out. Like, legit, you were the one that went on this whole tangent about how it's your diary and your mother told you to keep it. I'm literally keeping this conversation going, like, should I? Shouldn't I? You're the one that started this, like, topic. This is on you. I'm just nodding my head. I'm confirming who I am and how I lived my life. That's a weird way to look at a diary. My diary is probably the only way I can do that now. That's a weird way to look at life. I must have been pulled here by a rip in the fabrics of space-time. Yeah, that's called walking. Or something along those lines. Yeah, movement through space-time is literally just movement. Time doesn't exist, it's the observation of space. You saying you got here through a rip or pulled or just movement through space-time, through the fabric of space-time, is literally just how things move. You were on this whole freaking tangent about how you went back in time, and you don't even know that. You don't know that. You could be on a different planet. You could be in a different universe. But you are so hung up on it's the same planet, different time. By the way, if that was true, we probably wouldn't be speaking the same language. There's so many different aspects you could be looking at, and you're just hung up on this one thing. Whatever. If the course of history has changed, then there's a good chance that the future I know no longer exists. Sure, whatever. I already tore that apart. Just go on your little diatribe. But if I have memories of what's written in here, then I'm reaffirming that what I remember is still real. Okay, like, do I have to go into the 3 possible time travel, like, settings with you? Because I don't want to, and I don't think you'd comprehend it. You seem pretty daft. It's a small comfort knowing I haven't completely altered my memories or vanished due to some time paradox. You are just like having this weird, like, in-depth fantasy in your head. Like, don't get me wrong, I get it. You crash landed. Maybe she is from the future, but she is making so many leaps and bounds of how time travel works, even if it was time travel, that it is astounding. She's not trying to figure out how it worked or if she is actually in a different time. She's just like, I know I'm in a different time. And then she's just like, yeah, and it works this way, this way, this way. Wow, I may not have these memories. They may not be real, but here's my diary and that says it's real. And it's like, well, wouldn't you have written things differently in your diary if it wasn't the way you said? Like, just quite literally, this is so stupid. This is so dumb. This makes 0 sense. You freaking took a possibility and ran to the Olympics with it. But all that aside, this diary is all the proof I have that I am who I am. You would not freaking survive viewing the Godhead. You would 0 sum. And I'd say it's pathetic, but it's so obvious that you would 0 sum. Where'd you get the jacket, by the way? Space-time memory paradoxes. Gotcha. All you need to know is that this diary is something like a compass that'll help me get back to my own time. Gosh, it's gonna be filled with nothing but doodles, isn't it? Girls' space-time memory reformation plans. You do great with King Carefree from Moon. You do have compasses in this time, right? I don't like you. I want to go home, but if I have no recollection of where home is, then how would I know which way to go? You just mentioned you're from the frickin' future. What do you mean where? Maybe home is right here, but 400 years down the line. I don't know. It's not where, it's when. You are contradicting yourself. Anyway, that's enough lecturing for one day. Thank you. Can we go to sleep? Oh, you didn't even turn off the lights. Oh my. Can I get a different dorm? I'm tired. Good night. Nope, we're sleeping with the lights on. That's what you did. Gosh, dang, girl. Hey. It's crazy. Please, for the love of God, don't be another cutscene. Oh, Christ almighty. Come on. All right. It's your turn to be the omen this time. Oh, great. The kids are here. Why are they here? Because we need annoying kid characters. I'll tell you what, guys. It's been over an episode. And I'm over this game for this episode. So I will talk to you guys in a different episode. And until then, ciao.